So I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You guys are probably wondering where Edmonton is. We do have the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know if anybody follows hockey, but that's pretty much all we have here in Edmonton. Not a very big city, but we managed to grow Remon. My background is I actually work for a real estate development company here in Edmonton, but I do wear many hats within that real estate development because we also do commercial leasing, but I'm in kind of like that finance real estate sector. And how I got introduced to Remon is just like everybody else. We probably got gifted those EX boxes or we might have bought it. For me, the funny story is that when I was gifted last year from one of my best friends who's friends with my team leader now out in Calgary, it was just sitting in my bathroom for months, right? Because it was one of those things where just like all of us, we probably have a lot of skincare products that we've already have. We're happy. We're not looking to explore new options. So it sat there. It sat there for months, and it just so happened that I believe I was going to Vegas last year. I didn't have any travel size bottles, and I remember that gift. I remember that box, and I just took it out and I said, perfect, perfect. This is perfect for a few day weekend. So I ended up taking that kit with me, and sure enough, after the first day, I have very very sensitive skin, so after the first day using it, I just thought to myself, wow, I didn't get any irritation. Didn't really see much of that glow yet, but I tell you, after the second day, my glow was on. Third day, I got addicted. So when I got back, to be honest with you, because I do so many things, I'm also a soccer manager. I get involved in also community. Remon was not something I wanted to add on my plate. It wasn't something I was even thinking about making extra money. It was just not there. I just came back and I told a lot of my friends, just like if you're going to go to a restaurant, right? If there's good food, you want to kind of tell your friends, hey, you should check out that restaurant. It has very good pasta, for example. So same thing. I shared with all my friends. And Tram said to me, why aren't you not doing this? Like all your friends are buying, all your friends are using it. You should try it. So that's kind of where I was kind of on the fence. I said, no, 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 I'll just help you with it. I didn't really look into Remon. But at that time, I had a little bit of time. My son had knee surgery. So anyways, I kind of stepped back from soccer managing for a few months. And this was only about 4 months ago when I started Remon. And so I went full on. I looked at their compensation plan and I was thinking, what is the hook? Like, what is the catch? And I kept on doing more and more research on Remon, because sometimes when you're talking about multi-level marketing, there's always something, right? But I tell you, the compensation plan, I'm in business and the compensation plan is such a strong one. And the commissions are just high. Really what it is just you're taking out the middleman, you're becoming that independent distributor, and you can run your business the way you want to. So for me, honestly, I'm just having fun with it. The K-Pops has been phenomenal. There's no right or wrong to do a K-pop. Sometimes we would invite 20 people and half the people would cancel on us, but we still go with it. It's so fun, guys. I think with our events anyways, with my type of events we want to do, my vision is always to have it in nice settings, just a fun day for people to come out, have some, what do we usually always have mimosas, right? We always buy sushi. We just make it a fun day. There's no pressure in buying any products. Honestly, the product will sell itself. I'm not worried about that. But when people come in a setting that they don't feel pressure to buy, they're more likely to buy. And so for me, how it's working is, because I come from kind of like a marketing background, you always have to first foremost know your audience. You have to know which kind of audience or what group that you're inviting in. If you're inviting in a group of, business people that maybe isn't looking for, or older people maybe not looking for an avenue to make money, they're just there to buy skincare. Maybe you won't touch too much on the opportunity side, but we do, for my K-pop, the trick is I do always obviously kind of give a little bit at the beginning of my introduction, the beginning before I even talk about Remon. I do give a little bit of a hook. They call it a hook, which is a missed opportunities. So you would always tell a missed opportunity story. And from there, those that are interested in the business, they will come talk to you at the end of the skincare, like at the end of your demoing. So that's kind of my tips and tricks. Nothing to it, honestly. There's no right and wrong. I have fun with it. I'm still learning. I still make a lot of mistakes, guys. And another tip that's been working really well for me and my team is I make little labels and I put it behind my demo bottles. Uh, because I don't really go on a script. I just kind of talk, I ramble, I kind of go with the flow. And so sometimes I do forget to mention certain ingredients in it. So it's been nice that when I have those labels, those kind of like key notes, when I hold up the bottle, it'll remind me, okay, you know what? You're telling them to put on this cleansing oil, but you want to kind of remind them, okay, this cleansing oil has 75 natural oils in it. It will remove your makeup or remove your sunscreen, your waterproof makeup as well. So those kind of tips has been helping. But other than that, I think just go out there, have fun. You're going to make mistakes. Honestly, we get better as we're doing the events. So every event we find mistakes and we're like, okay, how can we improve? How can we make it better? And our last event was out in Richmond, BC. So I do travel quite a bit to BC now because my team is out there. And I think we invited 15 girls, and it ended up we only had 8 or 9 people, but we did it anyways. And we came back, and this was just last weekend, I believe. And we came back, and 4 new planners had joined us. So sometimes those small events I find is a lot better because you do have the time to talk and get to know people, and you can explain the business a little bit better on that. So that's all I have, Steve. Is there anything else you'd like me to share?